Old school family home videos are legitimately priceless to me because there's just something so special about taking one of these old videotapes, popping it into the camera, and watching back your memories from childhood in real life. It's just incredible. The question is, how do we get these onto this? Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Zach. I'm a photographer and videographer, but more important than that, I'm a husband and a father. And this is my father-in-law's old school Sony Handycam Vision that he used to use to film his family life. My dad did the same thing. My grandfather had one. My aunt and uncle had one. A lot of people back in the days had an old school Sony or whatever Handycam to film family life and make family home videos. There was just something so special about those family home videos. We watch them back, we relive the moments, we feel the nostalgia of it. It just brings back memories and joy. For me, there's so many times where I see a moment that I can't remember, but I'm able to then kind of relive that and see what life was like back in that moment. And it's so fun. I see, you know, my grandfather who has passed away in video clips. I see my grandmother who has now passed away in video clips. I see people who just look different and act differently. You know, I see them in different lights, and it's so amazing. Old school family home videos to me are just incredible. The thing was, up until a couple years ago, I didn't even know my family had any of these old home videos until I mentioned something to my dad about how my wife's family has all these home videos. He was like, oh yeah, we have a ton. I just don't know how to play them. He had lost his camera. All he had were the old tapes, and he didn't know what to do with them. So I was able to get my father-in-law's old camera and a really cool special little cable that will connect to the computer to get these files transferred to digital. So I'm gonna show you today, if you're the kind of person who has a ton of old family home videos, but you don't know what to do with them, and you want to get them converted to digital to be able to watch them back, to be able to relive them, we're gonna show you how to do that today. Okay, so a few things that you're gonna need. First off, you are going to need a video capture device like this. This is from Elgato, great company. This video is not sponsored, by the way. I purchased this myself. But this little video capture device plugs into your computer as well as plugging into the camera. You then, of course, need a camera. So you have to have a way to play the videotapes because how it's going to work is on the computer, you're going to be using the Elgato software, and you're actually going to play the video on the camera the whole time while recording on your computer. So it's pretty much like a screen recording in a sense. Same sort of idea. It doesn't just transfer like that. You have to play through the tape in order to do this. So it is a little bit of a tedious process, but starting off, you need this cable, plugging it into the camera, and then you have to plug it into the transfer cables. So red to red, white to white, yellow to yellow. Okay, we'll then plug that into the camera. Okay, now going to the computer, we're gonna open up the software, Elgato Video Capture. I'll put a link to it down below. Okay, so once you open up the software, you can go ahead and start by titling it. I'm gonna title it Angels High School Graduation, because that's what is written on the tape. I always leave the approximate time to be as long as possible because I don't know necessarily how long each one is, right? I can look at it and I can see, oh, I think it's full, but maybe someone only recorded for 30 minutes. I would rather just let it be the full length. You can stop it whenever it finishes. So we're gonna do that. Continue. Now I've got the camera plugged in. I've got the camera turned on to its player setting. We can see the black or the blue screen here. We're gonna go ahead and pop in a cassette. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and play it to make sure our video and our audio works before we move on to the next spot. Okay, so I'm seeing it and I'm hearing it, so we're good. So let's go ahead and stop. Now I can start recording, hit play, and that's it. Now we just have to sit back and let this play all the way through. Okay, so it looks like that one is finally done recording. Only took 30 minutes. This one didn't have a lot on it. So we're gonna stop the recording. It'll then pull up this screen where we can trim it down on the ends to make sure we get it to where we want it. So trim 5 seconds off there. Bring this in a little bit. That should be good. Continue. All right, and it's gonna show you where it's saved. And we'll go ahead and click another one since I do have another one. But now I can open this file up. And there we have the video digitized for life. That's not me. That's my brother. So it's as simple as that. It's honestly a really easy process. It's just a little bit time consuming, and you have to make sure you have the right pieces of equipment for it. You have to have this Elgato transfer device. You have to have the camera and the tapes, and then just some time to spend doing it. But once you do it, you'll have a stockpile of all these home videos that you can go back and watch through. I think, like, to me, that's the crazy thing, is that my parents had a stockpile of these videos that they never watched. They recorded them, and then, I mean, maybe they got to watch them a few times, but they just sat in a box for years. And when my aunt found out that I had done all my families, she sent me all of these to then do as well, and she hasn't seen some of these. So, like, to be able to transfer these and then send her these files and be like, hey, here is, you know, Christmas in Florida in 1996. And for her to be able to relive that, for me to be able to see a glimpse of, you know, who everyone was back in these days and what was going on in life, like, is just so incredibly cool. And I think there's something so beautiful and so special about family home videos. I personally love it. So that was it. That was a short and easy one for you today. How to get your old files transferred onto the computer in a quick, easy way. Well, maybe not quick, because that was 30 minutes and I still have all of these to do. Plus a whole nother box of VHS ones, which for the VHS, it's the same process, still use the Elgato. It's just, instead of using the camera, you're gonna use a VHS player. So same exact process to do that. But yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video.